Welcome to episode 56 of our Dusty Survival series. This month, Dusty and I go on a monumental spending spree. How would you spend $1 million bucks? Hello and good morning. Welcome back everyone. We are in March. And if I just bring up our HUD, you will see that, oh my goodness, $597,000 bucks we have been spending. Don't you worry, I will take you and have a look at what we've been spending our money on shortly. And we've also got a lot more to purchase this month. We are going to go on the biggest spending spree you have ever seen here on Crimson Banshee Gaming. It's 6:30 in the morning. The sun is set to be around for most of the day. So let's crack on. So be honest, how many of you had a miniature heart attack last episode when I mentioned that the channel is done and everything was finished? I bet some of you certainly did. I'm sorry about that, just a bit of fun on my part. We are still here, we've got an awful lot to do, and quite frankly, I'm having too much fun to quit now, so yes, stick around, hit that subscribe button, there's a lot more to come. Just taking 5 minutes before I start the day, it's always worth just having a look around, take in the area, take in the sights, the sounds. I really love this place. Really feels like home. First thing I want to do is jump in the Massey here. I'm just going to tip a little bit more grass into the sheep so that they're happy, and then we'll head over to the main warehouse. The snow has stuck around a bit. It shouldn't last too long. The sun will slowly start to melt it. There we go, grass is in. Once that's down, we can detach. Right, and then we can head off. I'll see you down there shortly.
Well, howdy. I'm just loading on some bales here. YouTube guy needs them for, well, I'm sure he's gonna tell you what he needs them for. Best get it on, I think he's heading down here right now.
Spring is definitely one of my favourite times of year. I love that mix of cold, crisp weather with a bit of sunshine and just the light you get dappled through the trees. Yeah, it just feels nice. I really love it. Everything's looking good here on the left hand side with our potatoes and our oil. We'll just keep an eye on those things. But yes, more production. Lots of people working, all brilliant. So I'm hoping that Dusty has cracked on and done me a favour first thing. We'll see if he has any second now. And he has. Legend. Right, let's switch tractors and I'll take you on a bit of a tour. We had a huge amount of grass left over, which is in the warehouse. We've still got some up in the silo for the sheep, but this is going somewhere else. As things stand, I'm a bit nervous about how quickly we can crack on with our field work because of this snow. I'm hoping it will melt in time for us to cultivate and get some seeds in. If we don't, we may lose out on one of our plans to plant potatoes and follow up with canola, but we'll just have to see how we get on. Anyway, we are heading towards our new venture, and you can see the building coming up there on the right hand side. Take a right at the roundabout here, and there we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are now dairy farmers. Look at that. So let's take you around. A beautiful barn, just perfect. And here we have some heifers. Our base of operations in here, bit of office work, got all our temperature control systems and everything that we need. That's all working fine. I'll take you through to the main area. What I will do is just open up some doors, get some fresh air in. And there we go, there's some of our lovely cows. Just switch my torch on. Right, sliding door. Main entrance. We are going to have to get ourselves into some total mixed ration, which is going to involve more equipment, which is fine. We've got the money, but we do already have a list of things we want to buy this month. But we've purchased 20 cows. They were delivered just a few days ago and they've already settled in really well. These are all adults, so they should start to yield offspring, I think, in the next 10 months or so. So our cattle base will start to grow and evolve over time, and we can grow that whole operation and just enter into it quite slowly. Fantastic, lovely area. With this we purchased the field that it's sat on. I'll just bring up my PDA and we can talk through it. Dusty and I had a fair amount of conversation about what exactly it is we want and where we want to purchase land. We obviously own 4. We did look at 2 because 2 has this grassy area and we thought that might be a good place either to mow and add to our annual silage or possibly plant some trees. Problem is, if you actually take a look over there, it's really quite a raked area. And we know how hard it is mowing the area just to the southeast of our homestead. So we decided not to go for that and instead started to look at field 15 for the same reason. The field area comes all the way down here, but this area here is deceptive. Again, it's quite raked and it's quite rocky. This comes right up to the road, so actually it's no use really for grass or even for planting trees. So on a map that looks great, but after we drove around and had a quick look, that wasn't going to be what we're looking for. Now of course there's acres and acres of land south of the town, but a lot of this stuff is 500,000, almost 750,000, and really this would be purely for creating grass and silage. And I don't necessarily think that's the best use of our time. Yes, we do get a good yield from silage and we do make a good lot of money, but it is a huge amount of work to mow, to cut, to bale, to wrap, and all the transportation that's involved. So we decided to go for animals. Once we decided that, we knew we were looking for a flat piece of land to place our new cow pasture. We looked at field 3, returned again to looking at field 2, but in the end we decided for the cost, field 12 was just about perfect, because this area here where we've placed our cow pasture is perfect. The whole zone wasn't too expensive, and it also leaves us with some field to place grass and actually cultivate it for a really rich and full yield. So one of the things we are going to have to do is plough this, cultivate it and seed it with grass, and make sure we add a bit of fertilizer to it as well, just to give us the best luscious green grass we can have. And again, we are going to have to make some TMR, and that's fine. We can pick up the equipment for that possibly later this month. For now, I'm just going to get all of these bales offloaded and just stacked to the side. They can live down here for the time being. Then we can take a trip to the shop and do some more buying. And there we are, 20 Holsteins, adults around 19 months. Health is good. Reproduction is on the way. But we do need to make sure we get some TMR in there. And we'll get the grass in there shortly. However, it is worth noting that if we can't get TMR, hay is the next best thing. And that means we're going to need to buy a decent tedder.
I'm gonna take the plow down to field 19 where we had our potatoes. I know we can't do nothing yet, but might as well get all the equipment down there ready. As soon as this snow lifts, we can crack straight on. Better take it easy. Mighty slippy up here.
That's all the bales offloaded. I'm happy with that. So they're easily accessible as and when we need them. So for those of you who are interested, we spent a total of $181,000 on this field, field 17. Then we spent $33,000 on the cows. And of course, $265,000 on the barn here. But this is one massive piece of equipment. Just get the doors shut up, and then we can leave the cows here for the next day or so.
I'm pretty sure I won't be able to plow this field, but I might as well give it a go. If I can get ahead, that's gonna be better for everyone. Right, let's give it a go. Yeah, this is what I expected. I can't get no traction here. Now I wonder if I'll have more luck with some wheel weights. Let's see what Klaus can do down at the store. Well, she needs a bit of repair anyways, so let me deal with that now. She needs a repaint, but man, that's gonna cost us $9 grand. Let's go sort out the tires first. Well, what do you reckon? I went for twin tires. Should give me a bit more traction in this snow here. If this don't work, well, we'll just have to leave it till the snow melts. To get her going. I took a bit of a run up. Problem is, I'm only doing about 3 miles an hour now. This is gonna take a lifetime. Think I'll do a roll and call it off.
I'm just going to swing in here at the potato factory because I want to swap the trailer and pick up the Bowser there. Long-term plan, we're going to pick up a bigger tank so that we can haul milk at some point in the future. And also, using that for water has always been just a bit of a pain because it's just a bit too small. So, time for an upgrade. I've just noticed something, I don't know. Yeah, Dusty is over there in our field, field 19, and he looks like he's ploughing. How can he be ploughing in this weather?
You know what? I ain't all of it plowing, but I am plowing. Swapped out the twin hubs for the wheel weights. Seems to have made a bit of a difference here. I'm still slipping around, but I'm up to 4 miles an hour. It's a bit of a drag, but I'd rather get it done now. Means we can get a crop in when we want to. We don't want to miss our window here. Plus we got so many other fields to get on with. I feel like this is the right choice.
There we go. Thank you, Joskin and the 7300. You've done all right. But now it is time to say goodbye. We will do a quick repair for $3 We'll repaint for 116, and then we'll sell for 6,200. While we're in here, we may as well give the Landini a little bit of attention. Only 66, that's not too bad at all. And a repaint for 307. Yes, I think we all deserve a bit of pampering from time to time, and do the weight as well. Then we know we are fully tidy and operational. And there you go. If you want to take a screenshot of Dusty's Landini, there's your opportunity. But for now, I am going to go spend some big monies. First off the bat, always worth having a look at the used vehicle sale. I'm not sure there's anything in here that we're really interested in though. We do need a Cedar, that's for sure, but I do have one on my shortlist in front of me, and I think if I just scan through, yeah, we've got a Timber Runner, that's fine. We don't need the Roland or the Demco. And obviously we've got our own Massey Ferguson. Let's get into the main shop. I literally have a list right in front of me here, so I'm going to go find each and every one of these pieces of equipment and we're going to run through them, and at the end I'm going to see if I can broker a deal with Klaus and knock off some money. First on the list is the 3665 Blue Drive Direct Drill Planter. Then we have the Espro 6000 RC Direct Drill Seeder, a Krone Profiliner Trailer, the Lizard MKS 32 Tanker, the Pottinger HIT 1618 Tedder, the Damcon PL75 Tree Planter, the Silo King Trailed Line 4.0 Premium 221822. That's a mouthful. The Flegel Ruby 2000. And I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have also managed to broker a deal. I did initially try and get a percentage off, but actually in the end it turned out that Klaus was happy to chuck in this amazing truck. Look at it. This is going to help us with our expanding forestry work that we're going to be doing. But also we do need a truck, because if we look down the end here, we obviously have our trailers that are going to need hauling around. Let's just take a moment to take a quick look at what we've got here. This is super sexy. Wow. Have you ever seen so much money being spent in such a short time? So we've got our tree planter here. We have our curtain side trailer. We've got our tanker. We've got our drill, our seeder, our planter, our TMR mixer, a bucket for the front just so that we can get stuff in the TMR mixer, and of course our truck. Now, we did have a couple of other things on our wish list, including a new tedder and also a windrower, and I'm sure we'll be able to pick those up at some point in the near future, but we're not going to be mowing any grass anytime soon. So for now, this stuff needs towing away and storing. Next thing we're going to need is a bigger barn.
I'm almost done here. It weren't too bad in the end. If I fancy it, I could always crack on with those other fields as well. But it looks like you two guys been shopping, and I think I want to go take a look. Well, my goodness, would you take a look at these toys here? We're gonna have ourselves a whole lot of fun.
Yes, we are, Dusty. Oh my goodness, spending all that money. I feel kind of guilty just to do it all in one hit, but this is going to set us up. This is like a whole nother level of farming right here. We've got everything we need. We're into the cows. We've got a proper truck. We've got trailers, everything.
You made a real good choice on the planter and the seeder. These are direct drill, ain't they?
They are, Dusty, yeah, so we don't need to cultivate. And the seeder will fertilise as well.
Well, that's gonna save us a whole lot of time. Makes life a lot easier when it's just the two of us.
That's true. I really wanted to get a new tractor.
Yeah, I know you did. But we can't have it all. We'll pick up something over the next couple of months. You never know, we might even make enough selling our clothes and whatnot. We can buy one in the summer before harvest season.
I want something big, something properly powerful. All this stuff's pretty heavy. The Massey will do it, but it'd be nice to have a bit of extra horsepower in the tank, if you know what I mean.
I suppose we best get all this hauled up to the warehouse. We're gonna need ourselves a new barn.
Yeah, we're going to have to house them somewhere, but let's just get them onto our land for now. There's a lot of equipment. It's going to be a lot of hauling.
I'm just looking at that truck over there. You got any preference which one you take? I'd really like to give that truck a try.
If you want to jump in the man, Dusty, go for it. We're all going to have a chance at some point. I'll grab the Landini and start to pull up the seeder and the planter. You deal with all the stuff that needs a dolly.
Right on. Sounds like a plan.
Must say, ladies and gentlemen, this truck looks like an absolute beast. It's also a pretty sexy machine, I must admit. Right, I've got the mixer on board, so I am going to head this straight over to our new cow pasture, because that is where it's going to live. Oh, Dusty did a great job with the ploughing. I honestly didn't think he'd get it done. Thought the ground would be too hard. He said it was very slippy, which I'm not surprised at, but the snow is definitely melting, so I wonder if we can get on with these other fields as well. It's already been quite a productive day. We haven't actually done much in terms of field work or animals, but certainly all that time in the store, having to make sure I make the right decision, purchase the right stuff. It's very easy to blow a million and buy the wrong stuff, so I'm glad that we took the time to think about this and we're all set. Okay, we're here at the new cow pasture. We'll put the mixer around the back, I think. Right, I'm going to leave her there. I think that's perfect. Let's start hauling the rest of the equipment. Okay, we are on. Let's head over to the potato factory.
Next thing I need to pick up is the curtain cider. This may as well leave up by our warehouse, considering most of what we're gonna do is logistics from up there. Out the way, dear. Christ, these roundabouts are pretty tight.
We're going to head past our potato warehouse, potato factory, and there's a little gap in the fence up here where there's a path. So I'll just head up that path, that track, and then we'll leave the cedar, or should I say the planter, just on the side here. I don't think that's going to cause an issue. Matey Boy's field to the left is all growing, so he's not going to be doing any field work anytime soon. Right, let's leave that there then. Let's just unhitch this bad boy. There we go. Right, let's head back and get the cedar, and I think that's it. So just the cedar then, and also the bucket. Now, the loader is all the way back at the homestead, if I remember rightly. I think I left it in the sheep barn, which is a bit of a pain. So what I could do is lift it on the back of our trailer over there and then take that all back up, because then I can actually get the planter as well. So we've got our tree planter. If I can wheel that on the back, we'll be laughing. I think that's the plan.
Klaus just did me a solid. Got his boys to lift on all our equipment on the back of our trailer here. Nice and easy. We can unload this when we get back up to the barns. I gotta say, I'm loving this truck here. She's an absolute beauty. Makes me think again about getting a Mac.
Not quite sure where I'm going to park this for now. Until we actually start seeding, then there's no point putting it near a field, because I'm no doubt going to get it wrong. So I may just park it in the corner over there. Let's see if I can swing around. I think there will do. She's kind of out the way, just along the fence here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I think that is everything. I think we're just waiting on Dusty on the last couple of bits.
I ain't had so much fun driving a truck in years. That's a real good choice there, computer guy.
Well, actually, Dusty, it wasn't me at all. That was just Klaus. I tried to knock off 20% and he was almost going to go for it. And he said he was happy to throw that in to sweeten the deal.
How much do you reckon the truck's worth?
Dusty, it's got to be worth 200 grand, don't you think?
Yeah, I reckon so. So all in all, you got your 20% either way.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Let's have a quick assessment of where we are with various fields. So this is field 4, which is right behind our potato facility and our oil, and it doesn't need ploughing. There's a fair amount of stones there. It does need lime, and there is snow still on the ground there, so putting lime down is completely pointless right now. So that needs dealing with when we come to cultivating. Obviously need to stone pick as well. If we just move down here, field 19 is the field that Dusty has ploughed this morning, which is fantastic. It already has first stage of fertilisation. We need to pick the stones. It doesn't need lime, which is good. However, 22, what kind of state is that in? So obviously it's got weeds. That does need lime, and again, it is covered in snow. So I don't know that there's much we can do at this stage. Field 12 has a crop in. So we're going to wait till that matures. We will bring that out, and that will become our new grass field, which is going to feed our cows right here in the middle. Over time, we could go as far as to introduce even more animals down here. There is an argument that we slowly move away from the homestead, which I know has been a plan on some of your minds over the last few episodes, but it's something that we're going to have to move very slowly towards if that is ever going to be an end goal.
Now, we don't need to plow this field, but I wonder if I can get the cultivator down. We had a pretty good go with the subsoiler. I reckon the cultivator might just work. Now, you didn't happen to pick up a cultivator from the store this morning, did you, computer guy?
No, Dusty, I didn't actually. Do we need one?
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say we need one. But hell, we've only got that small one, and we've got an awful lot of fields nowadays.
Dusty, hold on a second. You're forgetting one vital ingredient. Both the seeder and the planter we bought this morning, they're both direct drill. We don't need to cultivate anymore.
Now, is that so?
Yeah, honest truth.
Now, I recollect you saying something about that to me earlier. I must not have been paying attention.
Yeah, don't worry, Dusty, don't worry. So, do you want to give this a plough now anyway? I know it doesn't necessarily need it, but at least we'll get the stones off the field.
Oh yeah, I might as well. Got the Massey over there anyway.
Nice one, Dusty. I'll go and get the stone picker with the Landini then. Now, I wouldn't judge you for thinking that ploughing a field that doesn't necessarily need ploughing, especially in the winter, is not necessarily a bright idea, and I would generally agree with you. However, for the sake of a little bit of work, we produce enough stones to create probably about, I don't know, 40 grand's worth of lime, and that just seems worth it to me. Stone picker is on the back, so I'm going to head straight over to 19, which has already been done, and start on that field. I forgot the cramp was there. You know what? Hold on a second. This is still full of sunflower seeds. I can't believe that. We must have totally forgotten about it. In all fairness, if you look back, our winter was pretty busy. All that selling, hitting $1 million bucks. It's easy to forget something. Okay, I will make sure that that goes into the new oil facility later on today. But for now, let's get this stone picking underway. Well, I am up in drone cam. I am off. I will get this field picked, and then we can get all those stones into the crusher. Dusty's making steady headway with field 22, and I think that is a good place to wrap up this episode. We'll continue to work the fields, I think, for the rest of this afternoon, for a bit of bonus footage for our Patreons. I hope you all agree with everything Dusty and I purchased this month. It's been a big outlay, but I think it's absolutely going to pay dividends in the end. We have gone big, big, big. I still want that big tractor though, so watch this space. We've got a few other bits and pieces to pick up as well, and I'm sure that will happen in the next month or two. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.